Welcome back to Straight Talk. I'm John Downs in for Pat Ball. And 40,000 teachers are set to vote tomorrow on whether or not they're going to accept a deal that was reached between the government and their union. And it's an interesting one when it comes down to deciding who exactly won this battle. Joining us to talk about this, Ada Slavinsky is joining us from Vancouver, I think it is. Do I have that right?
Yes, Vancouver.
Glad you could be here. Now, tell us, what is, in terms of the deal itself, the Premier, Christy Clark, says this is actually going to end decades of a toxic relationship between the government and the teachers. Is that really going to be the case here?
Well, what we know, and I just want to preface by saying this is still a tentative deal, so still set to go to a vote. So we think this thing will be over, but we can't actually know for sure until Thursday's vote. But we do know that what the deal was reached was a 6-year deal with teachers. So their last contract ended in last year, so 2013. So 5 more years, if they agree to this and sign on, 5 more years of labor peace, which will be huge in a province where this has been going on for more than 30 years, so many strikes, so many disputes and ongoing negotiations. So Premier Clark was absolutely gleeful yesterday when she was announcing this. This was kind of a pet project of hers. She had been saying throughout the entire strike that she wanted to come to an agreement at the negotiating table, and it seems like that's what she's done. So hopefully this will be, like she said, an actual breakthrough that really mends the dysfunctional relationship between the BC Teachers Federation and the government.
All right, 7.25% raise over those 6 years that you mentioned, but there was a $1,200 signing bonus on the table. That's gone. What happened?
Well, I think in all negotiations, it's a little bit of give and take. Where the government really increased funding is to address class size and composition. So now we're looking at $400 million as opposed to the $300 million that they were offering. So we're seeing an increase there. We won't know the details of exactly what is in the deal until Thursday, the earliest, after the teachers vote on it. So we just have kind of some trickling information here and there. So we don't know what happened and what was given in exchange for the signing bonus.
Now, we know the government did not want to go to arbitration on this one, and they drew this out pretty much for quite a long time, and $10,000 in lost wages for teachers. I mean, that's quite a bit. Were the teachers in a position where they pretty much at this point realized they have to vote yes?
I think so. I mean, I know a lot of teachers are experiencing a great amount of financial hardship. They haven't been receiving a paycheck since mid-June because they don't get paid obviously over the summer, and this was dragging on for quite a while. So a lot of teachers experiencing a lot of stress want to get back into the classroom. They know that parents are not willing to support them if this goes on for much longer. So I think they were a little bit backed into a corner here, but I don't think that this is a bad deal for teachers and for improving education. When you look at what they're getting in terms of a raise, it's very much on par with what a lot of the other unions got, which was something that Christy Clark made clear that's what she wanted. So I really don't think that they can complain. However, there are some teachers vocally speaking out and saying, we're going to vote no on this because it doesn't do enough to address issues of class size and composition. $400 million is not enough. So I don't think that that's a large percentage because I think most teachers, it's just hitting them in the pocketbook far too much. But I do expect that some people will be voting no tomorrow.
Well, both sides have said they're going to wait for the courts to come out with a decision on the debate over the class size and composition. Where does it look like the courts might lean on this? Do we have any idea?
Well, the courts have ruled against the government many times, saying that they've been bargaining in bad faith. So I think what we expect from the courts is that it is going to be a win for teachers. But of course, no matter what side wins, we're expecting an appeal. So quite a long process in terms of actually getting a decision that affects education here in BC. I'm sure it'll be appealed to go up to the Supreme Court. So I don't think we'll have Christy Clark here to have to deal with it, which is interesting because the government's proposal E80 was the really contentious one here, and that was dropped from the agreement, the one that addressed class size and composition. There is some kind of other proposal on the table there that they can reopen that before the courts come out out with a decision. But all in all, I think the best idea to let the courts do their job here.
Ada Slavinsky, thank you very much for being with us.